I take no joy in saying this, but it's a new world we're living in now, right? After Trump got elected, a lot of things are changing. So look at this. Louisiana issues an arrest warrant for a New York doctor indicted for prescribing an abortion pill. So look, this is one of those things, this is going to go through the courts, right? Like, this is going to be a big deal. And we'll see how they decide. But this is serious now. An arrest warrant has been issued for a New York doctor indicted on Friday by Louisiana grand jury for allegedly prescribing abortion pills online to a pregnant minor in the Deep South state, which has one of the strictest near-total abortion bans in the country. Grand jurors at the district court for the parish of West Baton Rouge unanimously issued an indictment against Dr. Margaret Carpenter, her company Nightingale Medical PC, and the minor's mother. All three were charged with criminal abortion by means of abortion-inducing drugs, a felony. So look, let me just pause to point this out. If you're on a jury in a red state and there's a charge like this, you need to know that you have the right to do what's called jury nullification. That means, hey, even if this is actually illegal by the letter of the law in the state of Louisiana, you have a right to basically say with the whole jury, we don't care. We think it should be legal, so we don't care. Free to go. You have a right to do that. Jury nullification is legal. Juries have a tremendous power where, even though they'll tell you, oh, go by the letter of the law, etc., right? You have the right to say, we don't care what the law says. We disagree. So we're not going to indict. So that people need to understand that. All right, now having said that, even if I gave that little speech to these jurors, who knows if they would have ruled that way, because it could just be a whole bunch of super conservative people on this jury anyway. They say, in addition to Carpenter, an arrest warrant was issued for the mother, who has not been publicly identified to protect the identity of the minor. District Attorney Tony Clayton told the Associated Press that the mother turned herself into police on Friday. Do you believe this? Your state is psycho and fully anti-abortion, so you legally get from another state the abortion pill. You help your daughter in this process, and she takes it, and now you're arrested on felony charges? You have to turn yourself into the police? What part of this is freedom? What part of this is liberty? This is so authoritarian and so big government. This is dark, bro. The case appears to be the first instance of criminal charges against a doctor accused of sending abortion pills to another state, at least since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022 and opened the door for states to have strict anti-abortion laws. Quote, we expect Dr. Carpenter to come to Louisiana to answer these charges, and if 12 people think she's innocent, then let it go. This doctor is abiding by the laws of the state of New York, and they're in the state of New York. And they want to arrest this person on felony charges and lock him up. New York Governor Kathy Hochul said in a video posted on social media, quote, I will never, under any circumstances, turn this doctor over to the state of Louisiana under any extradition requests, signaling a potential legal battle between the states. Last year, the Port Allen, Louisiana woman requested abortion medication online from Carpenter for her daughter, whose age has not been specified. Clayton said the request was made through a questionnaire only and no consultation with the girl. A cocktail of pills was mailed to the woman who directed her daughter to take the pill. After taking the drug, the girl experienced a medical emergency. While alone, called 911 and was transported to the hospital where she was treated. While responding to the emergency, a police officer learned about the pills and under further investigation found that a doctor in New York State had supplied the drugs and turned their findings over to Clayton's office. Fuck that officer. It is unclear how far along the girl was in her pregnancy. The adult mother has since been arrested, but the other person we believe is just as culpable here is the person who sat in an office, wrapped a box of pills, put a stamp on the box, and mailed to the state of Louisiana for a child to take. So what you're arguing for is the child should have been forced to give birth. That's what you're arguing for. And you're acting like, oh, we're the sympathetic ones. We're the altruistic ones. Let's do forced birth of a child from a child. Carpenter was sued in December by the Texas Attorney General. Texas? Isn't this Louisiana and New York? Why they fucking get involved? Under similar allegations of sending pills to that state. Oh, okay. So they've been prescribing the pills throughout the country. And now the Texas, because, they got nothing better to go after in Texas, right? Everything's great. The infrastructure is great. The healthcare is great. The wages are great. Everything's functioning. So they're going to try to sue doctors for sending abortion pills through the mail. Carpenter did not immediately return a message from the AP. The indictment comes just months after Louisiana became the first state with a law reclassifying both mifepristone and misoprostol as controlled dangerous substances. The drugs are still allowed, but medical personnel must take extra steps to access them. Under the legislation, if someone knowingly possesses either medication without a valid prescription, they can be fined up to $5,000 and sent to jail for 1 to 5 years. The law carves out protections for pregnant women who obtain the drug without a prescription to take their own. I've said it before and I will say it again. We will hold individuals accountable for breaking the law. Fuck you, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. Fuck you. You know who should be arrested? The Louisiana Attorney General. That's who should be arrested. That's who should be arrested. You want to be this egregious and authoritarian in overstepping the rights of the people involved in this case? You should be arrested. So this is what we're dealing with now in the age of Trump. This is what we're dealing in the age of Roe v. Wade being overturned because of Trump and his picks on the Supreme Court. Now you have doctors doing their jobs and potentially facing felonies. And now he's going to go through the court process and it's going to probably get to the Supreme Court. And how are they going to rule? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Maybe they're going to say, yeah, you're a doctor. You were doing your doctorly shit. And now you got to get put in jail for up to 5 years for the felony of giving a pill to somebody who needed it. I just need everybody to understand. Is this what you voted for? Is this what you want? I mean, certain red states are going, oh, we're going to charge you with murder if you get an abortion, even if it's super early on in the process. If you got an abortion, it's murder. Like, the crazy cat is out of the bag now. Like, the evangelicals are running wild. The authoritarians are running wild. And they'll stop at nothing. They'll stop at nothing. These are the same people. They want to force these babies to be born, and then they want to cut their Medicaid. They want to cut their health care. They want to roll back child labor protection so you can force these kids into factories sooner, right? They want to cut free school breakfast and lunch. This is what they want. We're going to force you to have the baby, and then when the baby's out there, I hope the baby becomes homeless. Fuck that baby. Fuck the health care. Fuck the food that they get. Cut the food stamps. This is what we're dealing with here. This is pure evil. Let's call it what it is. This is pure evil. And I hope they get absolutely crushed under the boot of the law that makes sense, right? The New York governor's right here to be like, I'm not fucking turning them over to you. Fuck off, Louisiana. 100% right. I hope they win in this case, but unfortunately in today's day and age, you got to hold your breath because the dumbest, most wrong thing you've ever heard could end up winning. That's the show, y'all. Thank you for listening. Everybody do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time. Costs you nothing at all. Thank you to everybody who supports this show on Patreon. That link is below if you'd like to help out. You could also tip with that thanks button on YouTube or sign up for Crystal, Kyle, and Friends as well, where you get the full interview, not just the little clips of the interview. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Love y'all. I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.